This is about our good friend, my good friend, our good friend.
I don't have friends.
Elizabeth Warren.
Not your friend?
Nope.
So she reflects on her poor performance on Super Tuesday. Some on the left are blaming her for her supposedly splitting the progressive vote and hurting Bernie Sanders. Writing on Twitter, left-wing progressive woman, a congresswoman, wow, that was weird, Ilhan Omar said, imagine if the progressives consolidated last night like the moderates consolidated, who would have won?
Huh? Well, you know, she's speaking truth to power because, yeah, Warren is taking away votes from Bernie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fact.
Yeah, and she has no viability. And again, yeah, we already went through all that. As pundits such as NBC's Chuck Todd made the case that Miss Warren had cost Mr. Sanders, and again, if Chuck Todd's making this point, it's pretty official. I mean, let's be real. Chuck Todd hates Bernie Sanders.
Chucky Boy Todd made that statement?
Yes.
Oh.
What did we decide he looks like Beaker?
New York Magazine's Sarah Jones reshared an article entitled "The Most Progressive Thing Elizabeth Can Do Is Leave the Race," except she's not progressive, she's selfish as hell, saying this is held up. Responding to a memo from the Warren campaign saying she will stay in the race for at least another week, Sana Saeed deemed it, quote, embarrassing. Warren is staying to split the progressive vote. So here's the other part of this. Here might be the saving grace of Warren's and this campaign with Warren and where we're going with this. Warren might get so scared and kowtowed by the public response that she might actually just shut her campaign down, which would be really kind of ironically funny.
I feel like she does tend to. We covered it just earlier in the show. She's very reactionary. She has a reactionary way of being, and I saw plenty of outlets talking about Warren suspending the campaign.
Even outlets like TYT and a few others that used to cheerlead for Warren now saying that she's got to go. And the thing is, yeah, Warren, even looking at all the previous primaries from Iowa to New Hampshire to South Carolina, Nevada, and even Super Tuesday, she didn't win a single one.
She never broke top two in the polling.
Not top two. And sometimes even losing to the likes of Bloomberg and Biden and Klobuchar and Buttigieg. So it really says a lot about Warren's not only her political infrastructure, but her inability to build a strong coalition. And after last night, look, say whatever you want about the fight between Bernie and Biden. At least at the end of the day, you know, their campaigns did what they needed to do, and that is get delegates.
Right.
Warren is, right now, if she wants to save her image of the progressive movement, endorse Bernie, but the Bernie Sanders campaign, don't offer any kind of key position in the administration because I can't trust Warren at this point. She is a real problem. And, you know, she has said it before, even during not the last debate, but the debate before, where she was on board with the superdelegates weighing in. So that's my final note for this.
I want to add one last thing on this that we didn't talk about. That on top of everything we've talked about with Warren, she also has really bad political instincts. Like, her timing is always off.
Or she joins at the last minute.
Like at this point in time, like if you're going to help Bernie Sanders in this race, you've fallen behind him before Super Tuesday. And if you decide that you're going to go with Biden, why not do it with everyone else? Because you know for a fact that when Biden was making these calls to get Buttigieg and Klobuchar in line, I'm pretty sure they didn't go, we should talk to Warren?
Nah,
no, we don't talk to
we
Warren.
don't need to chat with her.
No, they
that
called
didn't
Warren.
happen.
They called Warren. There's no way in hell they did not call Warren. And Warren, in that case, said, no, it's good. I'm going to stay in. So if you're Warren and you're trying to be selfish, you could have actually done that by going with Biden before Super Tuesday. That would have been a really, then you really would have stuck it to Bernie Sanders. Then we really would have been talking like 2016 level loss. But she didn't do it then, which kind of probably hurts her cause with getting a good position with Biden. And she didn't do it with Sanders, and now she's in this kind of limbo land where
You don't think Biden's camp asked her to stay in for Super Tuesday? That was my estimate.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that
was
too.
That they were like, hey, Klobes, hey, Booty,
but if that's the
why
case,
don't you leave and then Warren, you stay?
But then what they would have done is we would expect right after Super Tuesday, Warren would then join with Biden, having completed.
You think Warren's just right now just running this ship on her own?
Well, here's the thing I'm saying, that right now she's in a spot.
You're assuming a lot for Warren, really?
No, because right now she's in a spot where she's bleeding if everything we've been saying that we've already agreed with Warren that she's acting selfishly and all those. My point is that she doesn't know how to exploit a perceived victory, because if she wanted to get the most out of Biden, let's say that we say that either way, she either goes with Biden or she doesn't, but then she immediately joins right after Super Tuesday because her mission has been accomplished. Because now, as she's standing, she's now just hemorrhaging support. She's hemorrhaging power. So her bargaining position, even if she still stays in, it's like she stays around at 5%.
She'll be in third place, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, she'll be in third place, but with 5%. But even if she gets through that, every day she loses bargaining power.
Okay, so I think for final note, well, because we got to have our guests on the show, I think what we should really remember is that Warren knew in 2016 that Clinton was going to be the nominee.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people knew that.
Yeah,
and she took her marching orders, and for some reason, I mean, maybe you're right, and she's just maybe she's having a hard time seeing the battlefield. Maybe she doesn't understand the political lines. But on the other hand, too. I think she got a phone call and she got her marching orders, and because she doesn't have a backbone, I think she's like, okay, I'll stay in for as long as I can, take away votes from Bernie.
But then she would have gotten something. That's my point. Is that a deal would have had to?
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't know how to take a deal.
But
that's my other.
The thing wouldn't the deal have been offered because she was staying?
But then I'm saying right now, why would? Because she stays in now, but now that she's. Okay, so if you're looking at it from a people point of view and a voter point of view, everyone at this point, there's like maybe 5% of people that'll stay with Warren, but like everyone else is already like, okay, I'm going to jump for Bernie. I'm going to do this.
Everybody's jumping ship now.
And it's all about the entire point of having that power is saying, I have this many people that are voting for me. Look at how powerful I am.
She already got something promised to her is what I'm saying to stay in.
Well, yeah, that's the case then, yeah.
I think
But I'm saying that it's like, the power that she has to affect that staying in strategy, by the time that it's the next, in a week, it'd be amazing if she had 5%.
And this is obviously like all speculation.
Yes.
We'll see what
see.
offices Buttigieg and Klobuchar and Warren get.
Because who knows what's going to happen tonight
Biden
or
ever
tomorrow.
makes it.
Who knows
because this is all speculation.
If Warren in the next like 48 hours endorses Biden, then she made it in the end.
But there's one thing in this chat, and I want to end this story on a good note. One thing I'm seeing in the chat right now in mass, and that is #LetTulsi Speak, and I couldn't agree more.